Hello everybody, my name is Mike Demaro and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. I hoped you enjoyed the last episode of My Life with Asperger's where I basically talked about a little bit about life and answered some of the questions that you might have for me. Well, the questions that I came up with that I answered, you know what I mean. The questions that I came up with that you might have had for me, and I answered some of those questions. And I hoped you had a fun time listening or watching the episode. I'm sorry if it was a little bit long, but to fit everything in, you need to do it correctly and all, and explain it. And if it takes me 38 minutes to do it, I'll do it. If it takes me 20 minutes, I'll do it. I'm not rushing anything when I do these videos. Alright? But anyways, let's get on to today's topic. Autism in the media. As you may know, this month, April, is Autism Awareness Month. And the past Monday here, the 2nd of April, was World Autism Awareness Day. It's on April 2nd every year. And, there's a promotion in the media called Light It Up Blue, where all the landmarks got blue lights. You know what I mean? You had the White House that had blue lights. You had Empire State Buildings, then the Opera House, the statue in Rio de Janeiro. Let me figure out what else. Lake Eola in Orlando. That was a fun night. And I actually had a fun time with my friends when we went to Lake Eola and saw the fountain turn blue. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of it I can show you real quick. If it'll let me click. And I'll show you the picture of it. It was a good picture. Trust me. I shared it on my Facebook page. I know I didn't take this photo, but it's a summary of how well the night was. So I'll show it to you real quickly here. Well, sorry about the stuff. But that's the way life goes, Now, here is the picture of the fountain that was lit up on Monday night, April 2nd, in Lake Eola in downtown Orlando. You see, that was a beautiful night. We all had a fun time. But anyways, back on to me for a little bit here. I'm going to show you some more pictures from that lovely night from April 2nd. If I can scroll down here for a second and find them. I know I should have had them all prepared, but that's the way life goes, You can't be prepared all the time. Let me just tell you that right now. Alrighty, let's start looking at the pictures. If we can get on them. Alrighty, this is a picture of one of my committee members. As you can see there. Well, I don't know why I just did that. Alright. And her daughter is Jessica. Jessica is on the spectrum too. And that's Karen. She's the chairman of the walk in Orlando. Or co-chairman, I should say. The next picture here is Carrie Howington. She's on the committee too. And that's her son Drew. Drew has autism as well. Oh yeah, here's a photo of me and the committee. Yay! Or part of the committee. This is one of our friends that came. And this is the husband of Lillian. So we had some extra people in that picture, and I don't know why I got in that picture in the first place, but I did anyways. And I had a fun time. And then here's the committee members. You can see me right there. Then you had Karen and Jenny and Chrissy and Carrie Howington, Lillian, myself, Talia, Andra, Julia, and Henry. Next photo. Oh yeah, there's another photo of us committee members. Yeah, we love doing the walk in Orlando. This is as the sun was going down, the fountain was starting to glow the blue. It's light blue now. But that is a beautiful picture, I'll tell you. And then the next picture we have, we have another picture of Karen Howington and her husband and her son and her other son too. And this is a picture of Karen Thompson and her daughter with the same lantern I have. So, with the Autism Speaks, it was $15 at Home Depot. It was a great deal. You know, I have one of those lanterns that was featured in the photo, and that actually is a good deal because you can use it camping too. You don't use it just for April. You don't just put it away until next April. You can use it for camping too. It's bright, you know. Let me turn off the light and I'll show you how bright it is in here. See? Look at how bright that light is. I don't know if you can see it, but wow, look at how bright it is. You know? But anyways, let's get back on the topic here and I'll show you more pictures. And that's the fountain. And it is getting a little darker, and you can see the blue here. It's starting to show some color here, like you saw that first picture I showed you. And then look at, yeah, it's a beautiful sight to see in downtown Orlando. You know, I hope more cities do get a chance to light it up blue here. You know, because it is a wonderful cause for autism and Autism Speaks. And, alright. So you saw some of the photos that were taken on that day, back on April 2nd, for the Light It Up Blue. If you go to lightupblue.com, you can see more pictures from the Light It Up Blue activities, which I'm going to pull up right now and I'll show you some pictures. Not all of them. Actually, it's lightitupblue.org. Did I say .com? Oh, it's actually .org. Excuse me. I'm sorry. And if it'll load, I can show you some of the pictures that they took. Now that's the Empire State Building in New York. You can see it. And then there's the Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Then you have the Great Buddha in Japan. And how that was lighted up blue. There's Rockefeller Center, home of NBC in New York. Then, like I said, you had the Sydney Opera House, which will load. Okay. And then here's Niagara Falls, if it'll load. You know. And then you have the Canton Tower in China. That's a beautiful picture there, right? Then you have the Kobe Port Tower in Japan. Oh, these pictures are amazing, huh? This is a Hungarian Parliament building in Hungary. And then you have the New York Stock Exchange. Then you have the CN Tower in Toronto. I actually been to the CN Tower before when I was a kid. And then you have the Bahrain World Trade Center in Bahrain. You know. And then the building in Saudi Arabia. And then you have the Cairo Tower in Cairo, Egypt. And then you have I'm not going to pronounce it, but it's in Mexico City. And then you have Big Brothers Big Sister building Grand Center in St. Louis. If it'll load. Oh, it didn't load. And then you have the Paris Stock Exchange. And then you have another tower in Saudi Arabia. And then you have the Terminal Tower in Cleveland, Ohio. Then you have the Kingdom Tower in Saudi Arabia. Then you have Aspen Mountain. That's beautiful, huh? And then back to Empire State Building we go. Alright, so basically you saw some of the photos that were taken for the Light It Up Blue. Now media has a big impact here. You know, it's great that we're able to do this every single year. Because, you know, it's like, why can't they do, if they can do pink for breast cancer in October, why can't they do blue for autism in April? You know? And then even the White House was in blue too. You know? That is a great photo, by the way. Or great coverage there. And then, not to mention, this past Monday, you had Nancy Grace of her show on HLN mention about Autism Awareness Day on her show. And I don't know if I can pull that up right now. Probably not. Let me see. Oh, and I got a bug on myself. I'm sorry. But yeah, you have Nancy Grace, we talked about a little. If it can load here, I don't know. And then you also had Dr. Drew on his show talk about it. But with Dr. Drew, you had Zev from The Amazing Race on there, plus a few other doctors. Let me say this again. You have Zev from The Amazing Race. You had someone representing Autism Speaks, and then you also had a doctor. Now, this is Nancy Grace. And I don't know if we can load it here. I just want to share you. Hang on, I'm going to play it again here. And I'll play you a little bit of it. Not too much. But basically, how much you can hear, alright?
Today marks World Autism Awareness Day. The CDC reports 1 in 88 children has autism. Go to Facebook and like World Autism Awareness Day. I did it on my page. For more, go to autismspeaks.org.
Mommy, what letter is that? What's that?
Well, there's a little bit of it. You just heard Nancy Grace talk about it, and then you had a little bit of the other link there for her story about it. But yeah, you see the media that was talking about it. You had Nancy Grace, and you had Dr. Drew. I was going to play you a little bit of that one, if I can load that one up too. And I'm sorry for doing it, but you know, I just want to show you a little bit of how
media is doing it, since it's our topic of this episode, right? We should talk about the media and how they portray autism.
or how they talk about autism, you know? And I don't know if it's on here still, but I'll check and see. Now, I'll apologize, but I'm still looking for that video, so be patient with me on this. And then also, I saw WGGB. They had a story about this woman that had blue face, blue body, or blue paint on her body, blue arms. She was decked out in blue. This mom was decked out in blue. That's crazy, isn't it? But she wanted to spread awareness for autism, you know? And that's a noticeable thing to do. You know? Understand that. You know? Understand that, you know, you have this blue woman painted all blue, you know, and to try to find a way that to spread awareness, you know. Spreading awareness for autism is important. You have ads on TV now that talk about it, you know. I don't know if it'll let me load Dr. Drew's video. But if it won't let me, that's okay too. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. But yeah, I told you a little bit about it.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and today is World Autism.
Oh, hang on, I got the video, so a little bit of it. I just wanted to share you a little bit of it. Not too much, but just a little bit of it, just to let you know. Now, hey, April is Autism Awareness Day. Or month, excuse me. April 2nd is World Autism Awareness Day. That's what I meant, you know. And I'm sorry if I don't look at the camera and tell you about it, but I just wanted to let you know, and I'm trying to focus here.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and today is
Oh.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and today is World Autism Awareness Day. Last week, the CDC reported that 1 in 88 children are affected by autism or some form of this disorder. That's a 23% increase, apparently, since 2009. So, are these new numbers linked to a rise in the disorder, or can they be attributed to more rigorous or perhaps enthusiastic diagnostics by the medical community? Here with me to discuss this, Zeb Glassenberg. Zeb has been diagnosed with Asperger, an autistic spectrum disorder, and in 2011 he was a contestant on the reality show The Amazing Race. Matt Asner is the executive of Speaks, and his son has been diagnosed with autism, his son Will. And Dr. Max Wisnitzer, Dr. Wisnitzer, he is a pediatric neurologist and is a renowned expert in the field of autism. Dr. Wisnitzer, I want to begin with you. Should we be alarmed by these numbers from the CDC, or what does it tell you?
Alright, so basically you saw a little bit of that video about the autism awareness there. And I just wanted to let you know about that. Now, it was pretty cool to watch that. I'll tell you that much. I just wish someday my story can be featured on there too. Now, I had one more story. I don't know if I can load it on here. But I did want to show you about that woman, that mom that had the blue paint and all that. Which is pretty cool. If it's on here. I had it saved on here, so I don't know if I had it saved. I had the website someplace. Here we go. I think I might have had it. So, basically, you see what they're doing in the media. You also have people like Dr. Temple Grandin, who makes guest appearances on shows such as Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and you had Extreme Makeover Home Edition and other places, and then you have her making appearances all over the country promoting autism awareness. And then you have Zev, of course, from The Amazing Race. You have John Elder Robison also. And then you have like people like me who try to do these videos, you know? And then you also have other people who do YouTube videos too about their life, you know? And that video about the mom in Springfield's loading. So hang on just a second. Alright. Now you can pretty much see this video on WGGB.com or just go on my Facebook page and look it up. The link's on there. You know? The link is on there. But I just wanted to share it with you. Or a little bit of it with you. Not too much of it. Hang on. I'll share it with you. A little bit of it. So. Hang on.
According to a new CDC study, cases of autism have jumped 600% in the past 2 decades. Tonight, the color blue is helping raise awareness about this growing health concern. As part of World Autism Awareness Day and Light It Up Blue, everyone today was encouraged to wear blue or light up their porches with blue lights tonight. ABC 40's Julia Dunn spoke with a local mother of an autistic child whose passion for raising awareness was impossible to overlook. Rachel DiCaro is raising awareness for autism by letting the color of her skin,
I was trying to go different shades. It didn't work out.
speak for itself.
I started out with I'll paint my fingernails blue, then it was I'll paint my hair blue, and I decided I'll just...
Mommy.
3-year-old son Angelo Charles has autism. He has difficulty with speech and is often distracted. DiCaro says her lighted up blue getup was a labor of love between them both.
Angelo loves it. We've painted little parts of our skin, so he really liked it. He kept running around the house, Mommy Boo, Mommy Boo, so...
Now nearly twice as common as it was 10 years ago, according to a new government study. 1 in 70 boys has autism. The biggest increases found in Hispanic children.
I just kind of wanted to bring some awareness to what parents go through with children with autism. It's a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's hard.
Sharing the feeling, Stephanie
So basically you saw that story. It's incredible on how a mom can be all blue, deck out blue with paint and all that. You heard about that. Well, basically, like I said, if you go on my Facebook page, you can see the link there. And you can view the news story again and you can read about it. It's WGGB.com. That's the station in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's the local ABC station for there. But yes, that is a great way of putting it in the media. You know, I am pleased with the awareness of autism in the media. I just wish that there was more people, like adults like myself, that can go on to TV and radio and share our stories too, because, you know, we live with it every day. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm trying to live my life with Asperger's every single day. And it's real hard for me to live my life with Asperger's every single day. You know? But yeah. And then today on on HLN, I saw the story about... Let me see here. I saw the people that spoke about autism in their own words. And you can find that out on HLNTV.com. The title of it is People with Autism in Their Own Words. It's where all the fans from HLN who have autism posted onto HLN and CNN their videos. Now I'm trying to see if they're going to do another one of these video montages. See if I can get a video on there too, because I want to share my story with people too. You know, and I even emailed or contacted HLN to see if they are willing to let me come on their show or come on their station or do a video and say, hey, I have autism, I have Asperger's, and I live my life every day with it. You know, it's hard to live with it, but, you know, anyways, Autism Speaks is the major partner in all this, as you may know, because they're the major advocate for autism awareness. So that's why you have to light it up blue, because that's their color. That's why everybody was encouraged to wear blue, right? So that was why, you know, also for that day, I had a Chili's give back night, or give back day. The event happened the whole day up at the Chili's in West Springfield, Mass. And I think we had a good turnout. I don't know how we did yet, but we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully they'll let me know. That'd be cool. But yeah. And then you see ads on TV for Autism Speaks. You know. But I just wish that the media would do more. In my opinion, I think the media needs to do more awareness for us adults. And let adults go on there and talk about their stories too. Because I don't see enough. I basically hear about children that have autism. And yet, we are on the same spectrum as the children. But yet, we have lived more years than they have. And yet, why don't you cover us as an adult? We're accomplished adults here. Some of us are. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Westfield State University after a little bit of failure, you could say. Well, I didn't fail any of my classes, but I'm just saying. A little bit of failure because of the fact that I wasn't doing so good in school for a semester or two, and then I got back and I did so well that, you know, I finished it up and I was able to graduate. You know? And it's been over a year since I had my bachelor's degree, since I had graduated with it, you know? It's been 16 months since I graduated with it. It's impressive. It's just been hard for me to find a job. But you know, us people like that, why don't you expose us? Why don't you put us on TV and let us share our stories? You know? I would love to go on TV. I would love to do a national tour and speak to the local stations. I would love to go from state to state to state, or city to city and city, to talk about it. Talk about my life with Asperger's. I'm sorry if I don't have a book like John Elder Roberson, but I have my videos. Does that count for something? I just wish that more people would watch my videos. You know what I mean? I just wish that I would get the fans, because I don't get the fans on here. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard for me to get the fans, you know? But I try. I try my best to do life on a daily basis. I try to live my life on a daily basis with Asperger's, and nobody really cares about it. You know? Nobody wants me to succeed, almost. You know, I feel like. And yet, there's people, successful people that have Asperger's that are going on TV and going on TV shows that do talk about their lives, you know? I just wish that my turn would come up soon, you know? But, yeah, you see how the media, how they say, oh, autism is in children, or children are getting diagnosed with it. You know, it took me 22 years before I was diagnosed with that. It took my parents 22 years to figure out what was wrong with me. You know, it's crazy, but that's the way life goes. You know, my parents had a hard time growing up, or, well, I mean, when I was growing up, my parents had a hard time figuring out what was wrong with me. You understand that, right? And Mia thinks it's a children's thing. You know, I feel that there needs to be more awareness for us adults too. In the media and everywhere. You know, not just children, not just their parents. I want to see more resources on adults. That's why I'm trying to fight it. That's why I'm trying to fight to have more resources for us adults. That's why I'm trying to get a job with Autism Speaks. That's why I'm trying to live my life the best that I can. That's why I spread my awareness around on the YouTube. You know? But like I said, I just wish more people would watch them. You know? Because, seriously, these videos are educational. And it's just crazy that people don't watch them. I just wish more people would, you know? But anyways, I'm going to end this episode on that note. And I do hope that you do recruit your friends to watch this too. You know? Anyways, I'm going to talk with you all later. And I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye for now.